What's up everybody, my name's Isaac Hogg, the Northwest Videographer Photographer, and today we are taking a look at 10 items that cost $50 or less that, as far as I'm concerned, every content creator should have. First off, I want to say that all the items that we're about to look at I use in my everyday workflow on all of my projects. So I've tested them, they work great, and that's why I'm considering this something that every content creator should have, because they either bring your production level up or they make your workflow better. There's nothing like a quality tool that makes the job go that much smoother. So first off are the Sony NP 970 batteries. All sorts of electronic devices use these Sony NP series batteries. My Atmos right here that I'm recording on, it uses 970s, and so do a ton of other items. So these batteries are great to have around, and the 970s are better than the smaller ones because these bad boys last forever. And one of my favorite things about these Vimico ones is that not only do they have the battery life indicator on here, so you can press it and see how much battery life is left. I absolutely love that. It's also got a USB out so that you can charge all sorts of goodies from the battery. So I can use this for, say, plug it into the back of the Assassin here, and then I can run a USB-C to USB from the back of this battery that's in the back of the Assassin, and I can use it to power my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera if I want, and I can also charge the battery from a mini USB. So these are awesome. I'm going to leave a link to all these items in the description below, but yeah, these batteries last forever, and I love everything about them, even the fact that they're bright orange, so they stand out from the rest of my stuff. So you can get a 2-pack of these for right around 50 bucks. Awesome deal. These are great batteries. Alright. Okay, so while we're talking about batteries, these off-brand battery grips, these things are great. I don't necessarily know if I would trust it in like a heavy weather condition, but you know, compared to the $300 for the Panasonic brand, I mean, these things work just fine. This was the newer version. I think this one was $60, but I know that you can buy them for $50 or cheaper. That's why I'm including it in the list of items. But yeah, no reason to buy the expensive Panasonic version. They make these knockoff versions for all different cameras. These things are awesome. Alright. So, another little goodie that everybody should have in their camera bag is a shutter release cable. These things are just things that not many people think about, but these come in really handy, especially when you don't want to shake your camera from shutter speed, or especially when you don't want to have to worry about micro vibrations from pressing the shutter button in and off if you're doing some really heavy macro work, if you're really zoomed in or something like that, or if you just want to stand away from the camera and be able to take pictures of yourself. It's like the other day I wanted to take some portraits of myself, but you know, problem doing the app was okay, I guess, but getting it to connect was kind of a pain. So this one here was like 10 bucks. It works great, and you get an extra long extension cable so that you can have your choice of a short one or a long one. This little thing is great. Like I said, it was like $12. Okay, so the next item on the list is ND filters. So I know there's a lot of videos saying that if you're a photographer, you don't necessarily need ND filters, and that's true. I personally use them, so like for this photo right here, I couldn't have got that without ND filters because it was during the day and I needed a a really slow shutter speed for the long exposure so that I could get the water and the falls to get that blurry type look that you get from that photo. And the only way I could have got that was with ND filters. But as far as video is concerned, you have to have ND filters. ND filters are a must. If you want to shoot video during the day, you cannot crank your shutter speed way high so that it's super fast. It'll mess with the look of your footage. As far as I'm concerned, it's unprofessional. You can't when you're shooting in 24p, like for me specifically, I'm using my shutter angle. So I don't even play with the shutter speed to make adjustments. I set it at 180 degrees, and then I get my exposure through ISO and aperture. I don't even play with the shutter speed. So to be able to shoot outside during the day, ND filters are a must. Now, I like these little Tiffen ones, and I buy hard stop ND filters. I don't buy the variable ones because they come with a lot of, they can come with a lot of problems. You can get weirdness and Xing and some weird stuff going on, and they're expensive. So these ones here, you get a 3-pack and you can stack them, so you can get all sorts of variations. I think they come in 6, 9, and 1.2, and these are like $40. And it's high quality, great ND filters, and you know, it also protects, you know, your $1,000 lens and the glass that you paid good money for, and it doesn't necessarily downgrade the image quality a whole bunch. So yeah, ND filters, those are a must. They're not that expensive when you buy the like I said, the 3-pack of the hard stop ones. This little monitor mount right here, I know monitor mounts are something simple and stupid, but you would not believe how many cheap and crappy monitor mounts I have gone through. First one I bought was an Beat brand, and you had to tighten it so tight to get your monitor, to get it to hold your monitor or anything, that it broke within 3 times of using it. I've gone through probably 4 or 5 off-brand monitor arms trying to find a halfway decent one, and this one right here, I'll leave a link. It's like ASIO or something. I can't remember the name. This guy right here, this model of this type of monitor arm, it's small. You can easily, you know, tighten and untighten it. It's got the little rubber. It came with extra rubber pieces for inside in case they wear out. But this little thing is awesome. It even comes with an extra quarter 20 mount on the top of the balls, on both of the balls, so that you can mount extra stuff to it if you want. But this little monitor mount is like 25 bucks. It's awesome. Trust me, this little guy is amazing. Alright, so now one of my favorite purchases are these Nanuk hard cases here. These things are awesome. I absolutely love them. So these are the Nanuk 910, I think, maybe the 920, I can't remember, but I've gotten several of these, and I find these on Amazon used all the time for 40 bucks. I think brand new they're just a little over 50, but I'm including them on this list because, like I said, I bought several of them, and I find them all the time on Amazon used for under $50. You just have to look. They come with brand new foam and everything else. They're awesome. As you can see here, I used this one to fit my Parrot and AFVO drone, and then I have another one that I use to hold my external recorders, and yeah, they come in handy for all sorts of stuff. It's a great way to seal and protect your gear, especially if you spend quite a bit of money on it. And like I said, they're like 40 bucks for one of these. Perfect drone case, perfect little Ronin SC case. Maybe you can fit a single DSLR and a lens, or if you just want to have a few lenses for your lens collection, you could get 2, one for your lenses, one for your body, and they stack nicely on each other and everything. One of the things that I like a lot about the Nanuk cases is their patented lock design, so that you can flip the latch down and it will lock in place, and you have to flip the little latch. It's like a dual action latch, so that it doesn't make it difficult to open, but it adds an extra level of security, and I actually quite like that. So okay, next up on the list is something that a lot of people, well, in general, I think these are all little things that a lot of people just don't think about, or that are generally overlooked, that will add to a much better workflow, a much better day, and a day without little headaches and little frustrations, so you can focus more on shooting and your talent and everything else that's going on. It just makes for a way better day and a way better end product. And one of the things that helps with that is one of these little dummy batteries. This thing's great. No more changing in and out of batteries. Does its job, it works just fine, and they're cheap. This is something that everybody should have, but it's often overlooked. Okay, so we're getting towards the end of the list here, and one of the things that most people probably don't think about, and you probably won't see this in many of these videos, is these black light dampening, sound blocking, light blocking drapes. You can get a pack of 2 that are like 8 feet long or around there because they're full length curtain size drapes. These things are awesome. You can fold them up, put them in your bag, put them with your kit stuff, and they are multi-purpose. So you can use them for black backdrops. You can use them to help. You can use them for negative light fill. You can use them to help dampen sound, like if you're in a noisy room or you're in a room that's big and has lots of echoes. You can drape these things on some of the walls. You can just get a tack or tape or whatever and just randomly tape a few to the walls around the room, and it will deaden out all the echoes, and you don't have to bring a bunch of sound panels with you and all that stuff. So they're really multi-purpose. Like I said, you can use them for a backdrop, negative light fill, you can use them to remove echoes in room, you can use them to soundproof stuff. I mean, you can use them to block light from windows because they don't let any light through. So if you're shooting in a living room and say you don't have a super bright light, like I'm shooting on the Godox SL60 right now, that's not going to compete with a big old window that's letting in a lot of sunlight. So I can take one of these and I can drape it over the window and no more competing light source, and I can use my little light in a big room and I don't have to worry about it. Those things are absolutely awesome. So, and they're not expensive. You can go to Walmart or any store and pick up a 2-pack for like $10. So I have like 6 of them because they take up like no space whatsoever. You can fold them up nicely. They don't really wrinkle, and yeah, they're awesome, awesome, awesome. And another little oddity that a lot of people don't think about probably are strand lights. I really like these ones because they have round balls on the end, so they give you a nice perfectly round bokeh. But yeah, strand lights, hang some of those up, put them in the background, like these shots here, product b-roll. They make it so much more interesting when you have that really cool bokeh going in the background. All you gotta do is grab some of those strand lights, put them up, hang them up, put them in the background, blur it out, bam, you're good to go. Your footage goes from regular old black backdrop to boom, bokeh central, which is really popular right now, and it just, in my opinion, gives your videos a really cool look. You can use them to add ambience to an interview, to a set. You can wrap them around like a pole in the background or a bush. I mean, the creative uses are endless. They're super cheap, and at the end of the day, if you use them right, they can skyrocket your production value and make you stand out from everyone else. I just think the bokeh looks cool in certain situations. So yeah, strand lights, man. Wrap the strand lights around the little black soundproof cloths. Throw them in your little studio bag. I have a big old case that I keep light stands and power cords and all sorts of random stuff in. Just toss those in there. Awesome. And last but not least on this list is the Takstar little shotgun mic. So I filmed the entire video using this Takstar shotgun mic. Works great. It's like $25. If you don't have a lot of money to invest in a microphone and you need a main mic for your YouTube production, for vlogging, whatever it is that you're doing, this mic will work just fine. I recommend that whatever you're doing your video production in, that you always EQ and tweak your audio out a little bit anyways, because that's something a lot of people forget to do. But yeah, this Takstar SG598, I think it is, SGC 598. Yeah, great purchase. I'm sure you've seen plenty of reviews. I've done a review on it on my other channel. But yeah, it's absolutely awesome. It's like $25. Solid microphone. So yeah. Okay, everybody, well, that's going to do it for this. This was quick. These were just 10 or so items that don't cost very much money that I think, well, I know help my workflow and my production value and help to take it up and make my workflow easier, make my day go easier. It's those little things that count when you're, when you're on a shoot. You don't have to worry about stupid things like your monitor arm not working, or your mic not having good audio, or not having enough juice on your batteries, or I mean, there's just countless things that can go wrong. So all of these little items that generally aren't on people's, to-do lists of things to buy when they're thinking about, starting a channel or doing video production. They're more concerned with their camera body and then their lens choices and the big purchases and all this little stuff. You kind of learn as you go. Oh, wow, I need this and I need this and I need this. So I thought that, I'd share what I have learned so far with all of you, So then maybe that it would be helpful so that you could pick up some of these items and find out why they're useful, and hopefully, it helps make your workflow smoother and ups your production value. Alright, so that's going to do it for me. 10 items are around there, $50 or less. Hope this video was useful. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments below. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.